What is up, everybody? I am Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel, and it is October. We are in the spooky season, and I'm feeling like watching some spooky movies. One of my favorite spooky movies, horror movies, whatever you want to call it, slasher films, is the Nightmare on Elm Street series. And when I was a kid, I picked up this, the Nightmare on Elm Street DVD. This is a slip cover. When you pull it out, it comes with this. It's the Infinite Films film by Wes Craven. Here's the back, tingling tale, the sides, and it comes with 2 discs, the widescreen and special features, along with another special features disc by itself. Now, I got these really discounted at a local store called Giant Tiger. They had this huge section of DVDs, and I was amazed to see this was there, and I picked it up. And then with one, I thought, you know what, let's get 2. So I got 2. Now, this is a very decisive film. Some people really like it. Some people don't like it because it kind of ruins the whole mystique behind Freddy Krueger, and especially this scene. Like where he goes to the pool party and he's just out in the open, no one's sleeping. It's not like a dream, like altering thing. So it kind of breaks a lot of the rules that was set by the first Nightmare on Elm Street. And some people call it the gayest horror movie ever. Not in a derogatory term, but like a lot of like homoerotic overtones. With like the guy like going to a gay bar and then finding his teacher, and then he like strips him naked and whips him, and it's kind of weird. You get close-up shots of man-ass, and it's just all weird. But I mean, if you like it, great. I enjoy the kills. I enjoy some aspects of it, but it's not something I go back and rewatch. And with those 2 singular discs, I went to Walmart a couple years ago and I noticed this. It's the 4 film favorites, the 4-pack of Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors, and Nightmare on Elm Street The Dream Master. This comes with some loose discs, apparently. And the thing's a bit messed up because somebody in my family spilt milk on it. So when they say don't cry over spilt milk, I definitely cried when I realized how messed up this thing got. So the evolution from the 4-film collection to what we have today's special unboxing is the Nightmare on Elm Street, the 7-film collection. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Freddy's Dead, and 7, which is Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. The DVD is a 3-hour special feature of the retrospective Fear Himself, The Life and Crimes of Freddy Krueger. So pretty good stuff, I watched Never Sleep Again, and that was a 4-something hour documentary. That was amazing. So hopefully it lives up to that. But here is the front. I recently got this at Walmart for about $30. I pulled the trigger because this is one of my favorite series when it comes to slasher films. There is a lot more sequels I enjoy, but like let's say I like 1, I like 3, 4, 5, 6 I don't like, and 7 I like. So, but again, when it comes to the Friday the 13th series, comparing that to that, I believe the best Friday the 13th movie is not as good as the best Nightmare on Elm Street movie, but the worst Nightmare on Elm Street movie is not as bad as the worst Friday the 13th film. So I feel like the Friday the 13th films are more rewatchable. They have more of a rewatchability aspect to it. These ones, nah, I mean, you watch it once a year or so, once every couple years, and you're good. Friday the 13th, I love rewatching them every few months or so and getting that Jason Voorhees fix. So it's still wrapped in the saran wrap, as you can see. Again, there's the back. Here is the side. So like a bandage type, sweater type detail they're trying to go for. I don't know. I guess this is like the wallpaper maybe. And then on the top again, Nightmare on Elm Street collection. On the bottom, nothing too. Continues the detail, but it has Dolby Audio, DTS, HD. So I guess the 5.1 soundtrack, I guess. Bonus material and stuff. So yeah, let's open this up and see the discs itself. I don't have anything sharp nearby, so hopefully my nails will do. Okay, ooh. We don't need this anymore. And then it slides out like this. And then artwork is the same as the front, which is okay with me. Collection again, Freddy clawing his way through a wall, maybe? Wallpaper, something like that. I'm not too sure. Again, the side is the exact same, but the back is a little different. 7 films to invade your dreams. Very nice, very nice. This is rated R, of course. Let's check out the a loose disc. Wow, great. Oh, and it came. It's a bit chipped. So there's a piece of Blu-ray. So that's not always the best, but anyways, moving on. Here you have the Nightmare on Elm Street. You know what would have been cool is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Wait, what? Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay. Then Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. Oh, okay. So it comes with 2 movies, comes in a disc. So 2 and 3 is on one disc. 4 or 5 are on one disc. Or every DVD shares, every movie shares a Blu-ray, except for the first movie, because I believe that they wanted to not compress that much stuff. And then you have the ultimate bonus disc. What I was trying to say was that it would have been cool if it was like 1 scratch for 1, and then 2 scratches for 2, 3 scratches for 3, like so on and so on, just to make it more cool, you know, add more to the actual like aesthetic of the discs themselves. But that was Nightmare on Elm Street, the 7 film collection. You can get this anywhere. Amazon, Walmart, I see there's still a bunch of them in store. But yeah, I love these films. The first Nightmare on Elm Street is obviously my favorite. The writing of the character writing itself, like the characters are very lovable. You relate to them. You feel like those could be your actual friends. So when you see them die, or you see the guy get framed by Freddy, it makes it more impactful. A lot of the Friday the 13th films, they don't really have that relatability or that lovability towards those characters. Maybe besides Friday the 13th Part 4, but not all of them. You know, some of them are assholes. Some of them you're like, yeah, I wanted to see them die. But you don't really want to see any of these people die in Part 3, Part 1, and stuff like that. They're really lovable characters, and that's why I believe that's why Nightmare on Elm Street films were more iconic, they made more at the box office than, let's say, Halloween, like the Halloween sequels and the Friday the 13th sequels. So now this has been unboxing. I've shared my 2 cents on the films themselves. Love them again. Grew up with them. You know, I used to watch them on TV at the AMC. Every Halloween, they'd show it on AMC. So we're done the screening, and long answer short, is this Blu-ray collection worth it? 100%. If you are a fan, though, it is $30. It might be a little but for $7 Blu-rays for $30, it's quite a good deal. If you have watched these and you want to rediscover these films in a higher definition, I highly recommend this. If you don't know anything about the lore of Freddy Krueger, if you don't know what Nightmare on Elm Street is, and you're just trying to check it out, see if you like it, I 100% would say get the DVD 4-bundle pack. It is so cheap. It is $10. And again, the DVD transfers really hold up. Now, depending on what TV you have, it might be okay. I have the new 2021 LG C1, the 65-inch model, and you can tell every little pixel and panel is not sharp. But if you have, I watched these on my other TV, my really old plasma TV, and it fares well with that kind of DVD type quality. Now, the main thing you're going to notice is the differences in color grading. Some scenes will look blue on the DVD, and some scenes will look red on the Blu-ray. Specifically in Part 2, in the scene where the bus is stuck in the opening scene, one scene is blue and one scene is red. So that's one of the main differences. You'll find different coloring gradings, different black levels. Sometimes you can see more in the DVD than on the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray seems to be more naturally lit, if that's even possible to do on a remaster. it seems more natural, the lighting situations. This one seems more artificial, to where you can see the little details. Like if Freddy Krueger is popping up, you'll see his entire face, but if he pops up, you'll see half his face is completely black and the rest is somewhat visible. Is it that much of a difference of sharpness and intense quality? Kind of. This is still gonna be a lot of grain, either whichever you watch it on the DVD or the Blu-ray, but the DVD, the grain is really heavy, so if you're a grain hater, I would say go for the Blu-ray. But again, sharpness is kind of a step up. If I have to grade it out of 10, I would say the sharpness upgrade from DVD would be around a 6.5, maybe a 7. It's not amazingly sharp, but again, this is a standard Blu-ray. It is not a 4K, which hopefully, please, Scream Factory, please make a 4K of the first 4 films, because those are amazing. So next is sound. Sound, I believe this has a DTS HDMA. It's a 7.1 track. This is a normal, I guess, 5.1, or maybe just a normal audio track. But I don't have a audio sound system for my TV. I just use the speakers from my TV, which is kind of sacrilegious. But most of the time I'm watching on my Bluetooth headphones, because I live with family and I want to get a loud sound through my headphones instead of cranking up the volume on my TV and then disturbing everyone else in the house. But if you don't have a huge high tech like DTS HD Dolby sound system configuration, then you won't really notice anything with the Blu-ray soundtrack. The DNR, so the digital noise reduction, it is really good. In here, it is, as I previously said, it's so grainy and it's so juddery and it feels really old, but it kind of adds that aesthetic, because this is a movie that was made almost 38 years ago, so obviously you're gonna get all that stuff, but it does really, the Blu-ray itself does really well on that standpoint. So you're still gonna get grain, but it's a lot less like out in your face. It's still noticeable, but for being an older movie made on film, obviously you're gonna find that. So next is on the Blu-ray, especially in part 2, there was a lot of scenes with judder. So like where the screen would look like this. I'll put a video. I don't know if the camera will find it, but or if like my phone camera notices it, but in real life, because I was looking at the viewfinder, I couldn't really see it, but in real life when I was watching it, there was really bad judder, and that kind of threw me out. But I was surprised that the Blu-ray was really good, and it fixed all the problems. Every problem that you can find on the DVD is fixed on the Blu-ray. But again, if you don't know anything about Nightmare on Elm Street, you don't know anything about Freddy Krueger, and you just want to know the story, you want to see if you'll like it, for $10, for 4 films, $10, that's an amazing deal I got at Walmart. It is a huge recommendation, because again, the DVD transfers, they still hold up depending on what TV you have. If you have an older TV, if it's not 4K, if you have a 1080p, 720p TV, you're not going to notice any big, things are like, ooh, this feels like a really old. Like when I rewatched the series with my dad during Halloween last year, I barely noticed like a huge, because I wasn't that much of a pixel peeper back then. Now I really am. But before, I didn't feel like there was such a huge quality degradation within the actual films. It felt watchable, and you can still get really into the movie. It's not as bad as modern movies where the DVD transfer is really bad and the Blu-ray just blows out of the water. This one is a decent transfer, and this one is a really good transfer. So you know what? I would say get this if you haven't seen any of the movies. But if you really like the movies, this isn't too bad of a price. $30. It's pretty good for a 3-year-old, 4-year-old Blu-ray set. I would say I highly recommend this. I would give this set an 8 out of 10. Mainly because of its higher quality. You get that 1080p, that 7.1 soundtrack if you're really into that. And it doesn't really remove that many special features. At least I didn't check. I didn't fully delve into the special features. I just wanted to get into the image quality. But it has quite a bit of special features. You're not going to find a Blu-ray that doesn't have a special feature. It kind of irked me that besides the first movie, every other movie shared 2 discs. So 2 movies would share 1 disc, and that kind of griped me, because you could get more out of one Blu-ray, but I guess they probably would charge more for this set. So it's a cost cutting thing, but again, it's whatever. So yeah, I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. If you're a big fan, it would be an 8. I am a big fan, so I would give this an 8 in my heart, but knowing the price to value, I would say a 7.5, especially nowadays for it being an older Blu-ray compilation. Even if it's not old, 2018, that's not that old. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching another video of mine. I am Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Let me know down below, do you have this set and what do you guys think about it? If you don't, do you have any other DVD combo sets? Because I believe that if you get like, I've seen like the big box set with all the 7 films on DVD. This is the exact same DVD. It's just ported onto a different, you're not going to get a higher, super higher quality with those other different type of DVD sets, because at the end of the day, it's still DVD. It's still 720 or 480 or whatever it is nowadays. But yeah, highly recommend this, because I was looking for on streaming services and you can't really find these movies anywhere. Like even Shudder, I'm not too sure. But I mean, at the end of the day, I have Amazon Prime Video, I have Disney Plus, I have Netflix, I have Crave, and that's 4. Plus sports, I have UFC, WWE, Fight Network, and AEW Plus. So that's a lot of streaming services. So I'd rather not spend another. I'd rather just have this in my collection, and you know, because what I used to do is I used to buy movies on digital, because I wouldn't be able to find it. $3, that's not the worst thing I could do when you rent it. But again, I want to watch it on my TV. I want to get the best possible quality. And if I really like the movie, I'd probably watch it again, because I love rewatching films. Some people like to watch a film and then wait 4 years, 3 years just to watch it again. No, I'll watch a movie. If I really like it, I'll watch it next couple months later. So again, thank you so much for watching. This is 100% worth it. I am Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Please, thank you so much. And if you could, please leave a like down below. Comment below. Let me know what other Blu-rays I should check out, what 4Ks I should check out, which ones are good, which ones are not worth the money. And thank you so much. I'm a new collector and I love discovering new things. And should I talk about the Friday the 13th, the 8 movie collection? Maybe. I don't have the DVDs. I have part 1 and 2 on DVD, but I don't really have any of the ones. There is a new version of the set which comes with the 4K transfers. It's not in 4K, but it was remastered and scanned in the 4K. So I might take a look at this. You never know. But anyways, thank you so much. And please, please, please stay safe.